to record this to the cloud. So when you're watching these, I bought the upgraded Zoom so we can record to the Zoom cloud now, which is like really, really helpful because then it doesn't take up a ton of space on my laptop and like have to delete it and upload it and stuff. So it won't be uploaded to YouTube anymore, but I'll just give you the Zoom link for the recording. So if you get confused, that's why, but I'll still put them all in the files in the team page and upload it in the team page and everything. But I'm so excited to talk to you girls tonight. If you're able to turn your cameras on, turn them on because I love seeing your faces. And even more, I love seeing you girls in person. Oh my gosh. Sorry if you had major FOMO from the retreat, but you're going to be on the next one because it was amazing. Like, oh my, I just loved seeing all the girls in person. For a couple of them, it was the first time we met, and then for almost everyone, it was the first time they met each other. And I'll let the girls speak for themselves as they tell their story of it a little bit, but we just laughed the entire trip pretty much. We dance partied it out with Energize and just had a ton of fun. There was like zero awkwardness when we all met each other, which is just really cool when you meet strangers online and you all get together and you just click and mesh so well. And I think that's kind of the beauty of our team, and that everyone on here is like super nice people. We're all really nice. It was just an awesome experience. So we're going to share with you guys, and I really want the other girls to do a lot of the talking because you guys get to hear from me all the time, but I want you to hear their perspective of it. So we got to hear from Melanie Mitro as a guest speaker, which we did record most of that team call, so I will share that with all of you guys. Our guest call with Melanie, but then we also got to spend like 4 or 5 hours with Josh on Saturday, which obviously couldn't be recorded for a 5-hour workshop, but he really dove in with each of us. And I'm going to share the questions he asked us with you girls just so you can start thinking of your individual goals for your business. And we're also going to dive into some team goal stuff because we realized while we were there that our team can hit some serious big goals this year, and like working together towards a team. Like I posted on my one of my quotes today, like it was something like, alone we are strong, but together we are unstoppable, something like that, because we were all talking and we're like, we're a group of all like pretty badass women. Like we're all self-motivated, we're all like strong-willed in a good way. We all are just like strong individual women building our own businesses. But when we all came together and actually saw each other in person, and we come together around a common cause or a common goal or pushing for something and just working together, we seriously are unstoppable, and we felt unstoppable. So our team goal for the year hasn't changed. I said at the beginning of the year, well, maybe it has. At the very beginning of the year, I had 10-star as our team goal, but it is like 100% 15-star team goal. So 15-star is the highest rank in Beachbody, but then you can also do like double 15-star and triple 15-star. So it doesn't like cap off or anything. But what that means is as a team, we would have 16 diamonds, including myself. So 15 of you would be diamond, meaning you would be hitting your individual goals. For some of you, that's quitting teaching. For some of you, this is a part-time job that helps pay my bills so I can follow my other passion. Whatever it may be, I'm here as a resource to help you. The girls are all here. We're all here as a team to help each other. And hitting that 15-star goal really just shows that our team is freaking amazing and unstoppable, and just so many different things. But beyond that, just like I said back in, I think it was like February or March when I announced the retreat, I forget what date exactly, I said, we want to be a top 10 team. And we all sat down together and figured out exactly what would need to happen to make that come true. And it is possible. Like with the help of this whole team and all of us working together, we could be a top 10 team at the end of the year. So right now we're ranked 148, which is incredible and amazing due to all of you girls. Like this is not a me thing. I broke down how we earn all those points. I did that in another call, so I'm not going to go into super detail about that today, but it comes down to me making sure I do my job, and then also the whole team putting in the work, all the way down to a very brand new coach. Like Elizabeth, whether she knows it or not, got us ranking points for our team goal of top 10 this past month as a brand new coach. So that is really awesome that like a brand new coach all the way up to like Sarah, who's been here with me for a year and a half, has the ability to come together and hit this team goal together. So I wish I could just take the energy and everything we had this weekend and just push it through the screen, which is basically what we're going to try to do. And then Jesse, I also want you to hit on the happy hour thing when it comes to your turn, because we came up with some really fun ideas as well for us. But yeah, I'm just kind of going to let them take it away, let them share their experience, share their energy, share their individual goals. And then I'll be posting in the team page too, individual goals. So message me after you watch this video and say, my end of the year goal is this and my goal by summit is this. And I'll kind of make a board of all of our individual goals and how that affects our team goals, and just blow it up, guys. Like, we are such an amazing team. I can't like, oh my gosh, I didn't cry all weekend, and Amber's like, I don't think you're a crier, you didn't cry. And I like, today I was looking at the photos and like got tears in my freaking eyes, and I was like, I think I was just too busy like having fun to worry about crying over the weekend. And I got back and Tyler's like, you seem really happy, and I was like, I am. And I was like, I don't get to like see them in person, and it was just amazing. So the questions I want to tell you guys that Josh had. Hi, Sammy. If you can hear me, show us your face. Sammy's one of our new coaches. I want to welcome her on. But the Josh went around and asked us 6 questions. And guys, like I said, 4 to 5 hour workshop. So we really went deep with this. The first question was, and just take some notes right now real quick and then really think on this, and then you'll hear some of the other girls talk about it. Hi, Sammy. Do you want to say hi real quick? I'll unmute you. You can introduce yourself.
Hi, guys.
Give us like a 1-minute introduction of yourself. Tell them who you are.
I'm Sammy. I'm a 2nd grade teacher. I just started becoming a coach. I kind of posted before. I did PIO a couple months ago, and then I've been having head injuries and traumas for a while. And I got in a car accident, rear-ended, so my head got screwed up again. So I had to take a month off, but now I'm back at it and getting stronger each day.
And she's like totally downplaying herself here, because I won't share your whole story, but Sammy has had like, was it brain like issues for years?
For 6 years, I've been sick. I used to run 4.5 miles a day, and then all of a sudden they thought something was wrong with my heart. I've had stress tests, EKGs, heart monitors, all the fun works, and then I started getting severe chest pain, so I was downhill. Last May, I started getting severe headaches. They declared it as migraines, which it wasn't, because my neck was actually popping out, so my chiropractor told me to go see this head guy. And I have been seeing a cranial chiropractor, and he said my headaches were caused because my cerebral brain fluid was being cut off by my skull, and my brain was slowly dying. So the headaches were from my brain dying.
And now she's like feeling so much better, and I'm so happy for her. And like, she's been drinking Shakeology for like a week and feels amazing. And like posted a picture of her running today, which I'm guessing you haven't done in 6 years.
Right, pretty much.
Which is just like, makes me want to cry all over again. So, okay. Welcome, Sammy, to the team. Make sure you give her a big welcome in the team page. We're super glad to have you with us. I'm going to mute you just so we don't get background noises. Okay, so the questions Josh asked us. Number 1, so take some notes, is what do you want your life to look like in 10 years? Like, where are you going to let this business take you? Describe down to the day. Like, I'm going to be living in this state with this person, with hopefully this many kids, with this is what our day is going to look like. We're going to be able to wake up at this time and not have any financial freedom, or I mean, not have any financial stress, have financial freedom, have time freedom, like whatever you want your perfect day to look like, envision that in 10 years. And then we went into that with every single person. Like Courtney, I'm sure she won't care if I share, is like has plans to be able to give her parents some retirement money, and like just the things that people were saying, we like all broke down in tears. And it's just amazing to see where this business can really take you, whether you want it to be a full-time thing, whether you want it to be a side income thing. Courtney was talking about taking her parents on a vacation because they're not able to, and just like hearing those things makes you realize the potential we have in this. And then Josh brought it back around to say, okay, now if you have to work your ass off for like 3 years or 5 years, isn't that going to be worth it for that result in 10 years? Or do you just want to keep doing what you're doing right now and then keep doing that for the next 20, 30, 40 years? But if you put in the short-term sacrifices now, those are going to pay off in the long term, no matter what your goals are. And then point number 2 we went into was, what's the story that you're telling yourself? So basically, like, what's your excuse? Is it, I don't think I have enough time, or we got deep and emotional of, I don't feel worthy, or I don't feel good enough, or I fear that my friends won't like me, or you're just playing some sort of story in your head, and then that's a limiting belief that you need to create an affirmation around. So if it's something like, and this is what Ashley talked about on our team call last week, and her team call is amazing. So if you haven't listened to it, make sure you do. But like one of the affirmations she says that I wrote down and have my notes from last week is, when she thinks she doesn't have enough time or that her business is growing too fast for her to keep up with, she says, because I'm intentional with my time and I delegate when necessary, I'm able to keep up with and build the explosive growth my team is experiencing. So you take whatever that story that you have is, whatever that limiting belief is, and maybe the girls, when they go around, can share theirs with you, and then the affirmation they're going to say every day to battle that. And guys, it seriously works. Like when it got to be my turn, I was like, guys, like, yes, I of course have my own limiting beliefs and my own things, but I've been working with Josh for about almost a year now, and he's had me say these affirmations for a year. So mine that I started with are like solved, which is really weird to say. But the things that I went to him with at the beginning of like, do I have enough time? Is this gonna, like, I'm being consistent, why am I not seeing the growth type of things? We've worked on that. So now that's not my story anymore. I can move on to bigger and better problems to solve. So then after you think of where you want your vision to be, what your limiting belief is, and forming an affirmation around that so you can get to that vision, then you break your goals down into like, okay, what do I need to do this month to make that happen? What do my Success Club numbers need to be? How many coaches do I need to recruit? What does my you do end of year goal first. So what do I want my end of year goal to be? And then break that down into the monthly things. And then the very last question you ask yourself is, what am I not doing right now that I know I need to do to make that happen to grow my business? So you have to have a reality check with yourself. Are you doing every part of your power hour and every part of your business activity tracker, or your business isn't going to grow, guys? Like, I post those things in the team page with the little check marks by it so you can see, so that you know, okay, well, I'm not doing this aspect of it, so that's why my business isn't growing, or this is what I need to do to grow my business. So that's kind of a recap of a 5-hour thing. I recapped that in like 5 or 10 minutes, so I know that was long, but I just want to go to the girls now who were at the retreat, have them share their takeaways with you, their energy with you. And no, girls, just because if you weren't at the retreat, you were like even more a part of this team than you were before we went on this retreat. Like, we were the whole time just like, I wish all the girls were here, and we can't wait to do another one. Like, this is going to become, the more our team grows, this is going to become a more regular thing that I would absolutely love to make happen over and over and over again, because we're already like, we just need to see each other all the time. Summit being the next place next month. So do I have any of the girls? I know some needed to go first or last. Brittany, did you still want to go now or now?
Yeah.
Oops.
A football banquet after this, like, it's literally happening right now, so we're gonna leave hockey, jump in the car, and go there. So I'm sorry if you get background noise. I'm at a hockey game, for those who don't know. So if I cheer, it's, just ignore me. But yes, the retreat was it was amazing. Like Emily said, it was like wonderful to actually meet everybody in person, but like, we really didn't even need introductions. But I feel like that's how it is with everybody. Like, I feel like I know all of you because I see you on the team calls. We talk all the time. But Emily, help! I can't remember the questions. I'm distracted.
Just go ahead and share your takeaways, like anything you want to either share that you learned from Melanie or Josh, or just being there in general. Like, your biggest takeaway, what are you most excited about? And then you can share your end of the year goals and like what you want to do. for this year?
Okay, so I think my biggest takeaway from the retreat was that this is a team thing. Like, I know it was always a team thing, but meeting everybody and that, I don't know, it just made it more real. So like that we're all in this together and we can share each other, like we can share ideas with each other. And I think we're all now more comfortable, sharing ideas with each other to help each other grow, because it is such a team effort. Josh's group, the questions Emily just listed, they really helped me put in perspective like a new goal. So I know like if you've already reached your goal of like say Emerald, or I just wanted to hit Success Club 2 or help 2 people, you really need to keep making new goals because you just won't go anywhere. And like that was exactly what happened to me. I hit my goal and thankfully it was only 2 weeks, but I didn't know where to go, and I just kind of I didn't do it intentionally, it just happened. But it was pointed out when we were with Josh and Melanie. It was great to hear from her, and like her husband wasn't always supportive. So like if you have a spouse or somebody that doesn't support you right now, that doesn't mean that they're not going to support you later. So it just kind of gave me like, my husband is supportive, but it was just nice to hear that like, if that's not the case for everybody, that, get them involved in it a little bit, maybe later down the line, take them to Summit or take them to different Beachbody events. If it's, they might not like it at first, but just make them go, and then it'll be good from there. But my goal now, my new goal is to hit 3-star by the end of the year. I'm going to hit 1-star by the end of the month. And so basically Josh said to take whatever you're averaging right now for the month and make that your weekly goal. So I was averaging about 10 to 12 Success Club points a month. So now that is my weekly goal. So my end of the month Success Club points are to be around 40. So, and I want to puke saying that, so my goal is to hit, Success Club 10 on my account, and then build my husband's account to Diamond, and this month, and then next month would be my mom's account. So.
Perfect. And then just a recap for everyone that we were saying, you can get to 3-star in this business by yourself. You build your 2 U+2 accounts, and you open a second business center, and you build that to Diamond. So like, the point of that is, no, you don't want to build like that the whole time. But can you guys still hear me? I am like freezing a ton on my end. But if you can hear me, then whatever. I'll just make weird frozen.
We can hear you.
You don't want to build like that forever, but it gives you the momentum, and you get your builders along the way, and that's going to drastically help your income. So Brittany, do you just want to share your what's your reasoning behind, and I'm pretty sure you said 5-star at the retreat, so we'll talk about that. But
yeah, probably. Well, it was originally, it is 5-star. I'm sorry. Like I said, I'm distracted.
I know.
It is 5-star. So it is 5-star. So 3-star, I think it's 3-star by Summit, 5-star by the end of the year. That's what it is.
Yep. But do you want to share, obviously rank advancing is great, but what's your why behind that? Obviously you can't just have a rank goal without a meaning and vision behind that.
So immediately, because I always have short, middle, long-term goal, immediately it is to be able to fly home more frequently, which we can't currently do because I live in California and I'm from Pennsylvania, and flying 4 people across the country is not a cheap endeavor. So I would like to just be able to go home if something happens. Like my grandma passed away earlier this year and I couldn't go home, and I don't ever want that to happen again. So that would be my immediate goal, is to just always be able to just go home when I want to. Middle goal would be to set, my kids have college funds, but I want to give them the option to not have to join the military or take out loans. I would like them to freedom of choice to go to college if they want to, or if they don't, they can just, join the military or go to a trade school or whatever. And my long-term goal is for us to build a house in Kentucky. So I would like to be able to do research, science. I'm a mathematician. I would love to work on nonprofit scientific operations and not have to worry about money. and like still advance in my career, but not have to be like, oh, I can't take that job because that's what I need money. So those would be my monetary goals for all of this.
Perfect. Thank you, Brittany. Have fun at your banquets. Sorry, I muted you. I didn't hear anything. Okay, Amber or Jesse, my computer's super frozen, so if any of you can unmute yourself and just want to take it away.
Amber, I can keep eating if you want to go, or I'll jump on and then I'll finish eating. Either way is fine with me.
I'm fine either way with you.
All right, well, you go and I'll eat because I have to work out right after this, so then that'll give me more time for my food to like settle.
Okay. Okay. Tell me again everything that I'm supposed to say. I'm sorry. So I was messaging Brittany earlier and I just told her I kicked so much ass today that my feet hurt and I'm having a beer. So
I love it. I love it. Okay, so tell us why you're so pumped up to kick so much ass today. Like, why do you have that fire under you? What did the retreat do for you? Just like share your heart. I really don't care what you guys share. Like, share whatever you feel you need to share with the team.
So I guess there was like, you know, us all being together, there was like kind of like a dose of humanity where you're like, oh, I have struggles, and someone that I like, you know, watch crawl out of the woodwork, like Brittany, like show up like, hey, I'm here and I'm Diamond. Like she has struggles too. Like, it's not like every single person she messages is like, yeah, girl, I can't wait to like be a Beachbody coach. Like that's not real life. And it feels like when you're all together, it's like, okay, well, how do you solve this problem? Or how do you solve this problem? And it made it, for me, it made me feel a little bit less like I'm just in a corner of a room by myself, like hustling. It's like, oh yeah, there are these other people who are trying to do the same thing. I don't know. I feel like maybe I thought I was going to get something different out of it than I really did. I can't believe how much we all like clicked. And it's really funny. Do you remember that like one of the calls that we did like a couple months ago where I was saying like at my wedding, I remember like all of my like brides people being like seeing my personality like across the room. It was like really weird because it was like I could see like after like 5 minutes of knowing Jesse, like I get why Jesse's here. After like 5 minutes of like knowing Courtney, I get why Courtney's here. Like there are all these little like similarities in our personality, which was doesn't necessarily come through when you're just like chatting online or whatever. So I think it was really cool to sit with Josh and kind of go through that like break down, build you up session. And I think anybody who didn't come to the retreat should definitely be working towards hitting those goals for Summit, because I would be trying to get any time with Josh that I can. Like there's just like some people just have that like thing where sitting in their presence does something for you. And I definitely felt that from him. I mean, I know what it feels like watching those videos where I'm like, holy shit, this guy like has something, but being in person was like other level. So I think one thing that I feel now is I feel like it's okay to have really big goals. And I feel really empowered, like I feel empowered to reach them. And like there's like a line of people who are like ready to push me to meet them also. So I feel really positively about everything that we did. I'm like super excited. My goal for this month is to get to Diamond. And on my plane ride back home, I like mapped everything out on my phone and had a like very specific idea of how I was going to do it. And just today I got a super pleasant surprise of a girl that used to work for me in Mississippi. She's a chef, and she's like, she sent out 2 share carts today. She's like ready to go. And I'm like, okay, I'm prepared to do this on my own and build up my mom's account and build up my husband's account. But it's really cool to know that there's this other fire that's working. So I invited her on the call. She said that she's coming on next week for sure. Yeah, okay. So my short-term goal is Diamond at the end of the month, which I'm feeling like is totally possible. I know that I can do it. My Success Club point goal is 24 for the month. And I don't want to just like hit Diamond. I want to have some buffers in place so that I don't like start next month with like a lump in my throat. And I want to be 3-star by the end of the year. That's where I'm at. And for me, for those of you who don't know, for me, this doing Beachbody coaching is, my plan is for this to be total part-time income to kind of aid my music habit. So I'm feeling really good. Like, I feel like before seeing, like being with you guys, before having that time with Josh, I was really convincing myself like, okay, you can do this. Okay, this can be a part-time income. And it's not, and I don't like, there's something weird about, like, I was just like kept convincing myself every day, like, keep doing the things you're supposed to do. Like, you can totally do this. But now it just doesn't really feel like a question. It's like, of course I can do this. Like, I have all of these other friends who are trying to do this. And like, Emily's done this. I've seen other people who've done this. I met them in person. Like, so it just feels like a real attainable thing now for me.
I love it. Thank you.
Yeah.
I don't know if you were like starting to cry on there, but
no, I wasn't. Stop trying to make me cry.
And speaking of you're going to hear a lot of these girls say, I want Diamond by the end of this month, or Jessie hit Diamond while we were at the retreat, while we were at the retreat, like checking her phone on the top of a mountain, which I don't recommend. Like, I recommend unplugged time unless you're like one person away from Diamond and you're like, I want to check it at the top of this mountain and like celebrate. But it was really cool to be able to celebrate in person. And just like Amber mentioned, I'm glad you mentioned this. Since I work with Josh one-on-one, I have extra opportunities that like no other team has, to be honest, of giving. I get to give one of you, maybe two, I'm talking with Josh, one of you, maybe two, that one-on-one, the exact workshop that these girls just went through at Summit. So you hear us talking about this, and this isn't like to talk up Josh or something. Like, yeah, I love Josh, but like, it is because he can talk to you guys differently than I can, or hearing it from someone else, or just hearing him. Like, I mean, he helps me all the time. He's helped me through so many roadblocks. And I think, like Amber said, we all got to see, we all struggle. Like, these girls saw that I struggle. Like, I'm not on some like pedestal. Like, I struggle to talk, obviously, but like, I have my struggles too. But I might have two of those spots they're $200 each, but if you hit Diamond, I'm paying for you, which is like not a small chunk of change here either, guys. Like, I'm not some millionaire, but I want that experience for you girls, and I want to give you that urgency to push, just like Jessie had at Summit or at the retreat. I was like, Jessie, if you hit Diamond, buy this, you get extra one-on-one time with Josh, and like, she made it happen. But I have two of those spots, which is the exact workshop we went through, and then 4 other spots for anyone who hits Diamond, who gets to do a meet and greet with him for like dinner and drinks, which asked Brittany, he did that with her, and that still turned into like business mentoring. It's not going to be like the 4 or 5 hour session, but it's still one-on-one time with him, which is really valuable. So I do have those opportunities at Summit. For those of you who hit Diamond by Summit, push for the end of the month, guys. Like, don't ask any of these girls. If you are like, okay, my Diamond, or my goal is Diamond by Summit, you're going to wait till Summit to hit it. Like, if you're like, my goal is Diamond by the end of the month, you're going to wait till the end of the month to hit it. Like, make your goal Diamond in 2 weeks, because it's totally attainable and doable. You just have to believe deep down that it is. Like, in all, Diamond's only helping 12 people. Like, honestly, anyone can obtain that in 1 month. Okay, I will stop talking. Let's go over to Jesse. Bridget, I'll help you with what to do to get to Diamond.
Okay. Sorry, I probably have like salad in my teeth. I'm a
I
mess.
have food in my teeth too. I like just finished eating and came in here and like picked food out of it.
I normally would not work out this late at night, but our flight got in at 2, I think, and then by the time we got back to my house, it was like 3, and I stayed in bed this morning instead of working out. So I am eating now. That way I can work out after this. Oh my God, Taylor, I'm so excited. You just climbed back on. So Taylor, for those of you that don't know, is my coach, my first like personally sponsored coach that's like not my husband or my mom. Oh no, she's off again. Boo. Okay. Anyway, while I was at the retreat, I hit Diamond and Taylor hit Emerald, which was like super exciting for me. Once you have your first personally sponsored coach, like you really are like a mom. You're like, oh my God, I'm so proud of you. I was more excited for her than well, maybe not. I was really excited. But anyway, so I am just looking through my notes right now of the things that I wrote down while we were with Josh. And like Josh Coates will change your life. Like Emily changed your life once, Josh will change it again. He's insane. Anyway, so one of the things that I wrote down and starred, because a thing I struggle with a ton is like, am I taking too much time away from my husband to do this? Am I like, I don't have kids, but like I think a lot of you know my situation right now, but I'm leaving teaching at the end of the year. So right now I'm still teaching full time, but I started training on my new job. I'm working at a running store full time after the school year's over. So I've started training there like 20 hours a week. I'm still teaching 45 hours a week. And then I'm doing this. So like literally I have 0 time. Like he's at trivia right now, which is the only reason I don't feel guilty about being on this call after not seeing him for like 4 days. Amber, I love you. So I've got a lot of balls in the air right now, and I constantly struggle with like, am I like doing am I having a negative impact on my family because of Beachbody? So one of the things I wrote down, it says the question is not, am I being selfish? It's, am I fulfilled? And it took me, 3 years of being unhappy at my school to make the decision to leave teaching because I felt like, well, I have a pension and I've got this great, this great job. I've got 2 master's degrees in education. Like, what do I do if I walk away from teaching? And I think that when Josh asked us that, it really hit home for me because like, yes, on paper, and I think this is probably what drew me to Emily in the first place is like, I hit all the check boxes on paper and like, I should be really happy with like the life that I've built and the job that I have. And I'm not at all. I literally hate teaching. So Bridget's laughing because she is a teacher. So I finally got to the point and like this came in like just at the exact right moment for me in October when I had decided, my husband and I decided like I was not going to go back after this current school year. And I started looking for other opportunities, and I'm a health and PE teacher. So like, this is right up my alley. So yeah, but coming back to that question, like, it's not, am I being selfish? It's, are you fulfilled? Because Josh said this to me. I didn't know that I was really that concerned about Beachbody's effect on my marriage until we were in this like giant 2-hour, we were like 2 or 3 hours in after he promised us a bathroom break and it hadn't happened yet. So like not only was I jittery, but like then I'm like, oh my God, I have all these emotions and all these feelings. And I didn't realize how worried I was that Beachbody was affecting my marriage. And Josh said, do you know anyone that got healthier and happier that ruined their marriage? And I was like, I don't think I do. Because ultimately, like, if I'm a better person and I'm not crying on my lunch break anymore, like, that's going to help my marriage, not ruin my marriage. So, yeah, I did, like, I got home at, like, 3 a.m. yesterday and was like, we need to talk. And my husband was like, or you need to go to sleep. And I rambled for a bit and he was like, it's cool. Like, you're leaving teaching. I know you'll have more time. Like, once the school year's over, like, calm down. So yeah, it was, bye, Britt. So I think that was my biggest takeaway is like, if you're doing this because it makes you happy and like it's going to ultimately make you a better person, then like that's just going to enrich the lives of everyone in your family, of everyone around you, and you shouldn't feel guilty for that. I do need to get more intentional about setting like unplug time, and I just keep telling myself like 22 more days of teaching. I counted today because I just got jury duty notice in the mail, so it was 23, but now it's 22. I just keep telling myself that like, okay, once the school year's over, like that's when I will set my unplug time, because right now I'm just, any free moment I have, I'm on my phone, but I'm just rambling at this point. Anyway, that was my biggest takeaway from the retreat. Oh, Sam, that's awesome. So one of the other things that came out of it for us, just like hanging out and being together and realizing like how much, like we already knew we were awesome people, but like you put us all in the same house together, and like it was amazing. So one of the things we're going to start doing is like a monthly happy hour on like Friday night. So I'll put a doodle poll or something in the team page to pick a Friday that works for most people. And it, like, if you want to ask Beachbody questions, fine. But like, it's literally just going to be like, let's hop on a Zoom call. Let's pour a glass of wine if you're not on 80-day obsession, or some sparkling water for those of us that are restarting. And like, let's just hang out and like, let's just talk to each other like people. And, you know, I'll let my dog up on the couch so you can see him. And like, let's just really connect with each other as people. Because that was like such a big benefit from this weekend. And we were like, how do we bring that back to everybody? So I will be setting that up. I know May has holidays and crap and all that stuff, but we will find a Friday. Oh, you can hear my dogs now. We will find a Friday that works, and we will get that started this month, because I think that'll be really fun for us. Yeah, Emily, I don't think I'm forgetting anything. Okay, I'm going to mute myself because my roommate's walking downstairs.
I don't think you forgot anything either. Yeah, so that was the gist of it. I mean, wrapped up in a half-hour conversation, guys, but I want you all, each of you, Elizabeth, Sammy, Bridget, Caitlin, Sarah, and then all of the rest of the girls watching this. So Marie, Sam, Kim, Emily, like I could just, Katie, Rachel, Sean, like everyone. I'm just like reading lists. Steph, I have you guys all on my whiteboard. They saw my office. But like everyone, Alyssa, Elizabeth, the other Elizabeth, Brittany, like so many of you. I want this experience for all of you, and I want us all to be at Summit together, and I want us all to, and guys, I say come to Summit. Not you coming to Summit has no like benefit on me. It benefits you, and it benefits your business, and gets this fire lit under you, and gets you to see the whole team. And like, I can't talk highly enough of going to events. And like, I don't know, I just had so many full circle moments of, I've been working my ass off in this business for 2.5 years. I'm not gonna lie. Like I told the girls this straight up this weekend. I was like, I show up every day. I do my power hour every day. I missed 5 days of a power hour maybe in my first year of my business. Like I could count on one hand or less. But I never got to go to a retreat, or like had upline store retreats, or know many people at Summit, or like, I felt like I worked my butt off for 2.5 years, but my business wasn't growing the way I wanted it to grow. Only for my own limiting beliefs and my own things I had to work on, like affirmations and becoming more confident. And I have all these struggles too, guys. Like I seriously do, but I show up every day. And this weekend was just like oh my gosh, we have a team. Like I have a team here in Colorado at a retreat. And like, I tell you guys this to show you, like, I struggle too, but we all have our own struggles, and we all have an amazing team supporting us and having our back. And like the girls that I met, and I know each of you, like I feel like I know every single one of you. Like I look here and look at Caitlin, who's like about to have a baby and is buying a house, and Sarah just got a dog, and Bridget is like crushing it in her 80-day obsession, and Elizabeth is doing her PIO every day on Instagram stories, and I see her rocking it. And like I see each of you, and I just can't wait to hug each of you and get to know you and get to do everything with you and build this business with you and build this life with you. So push for summit. I mean, and team vision, just from the girls at the retreat. So I need all of your input, or I want in this too. Like we just did who was at the retreat, because we were sitting here in my house and like scribbling on a whiteboard. Surprise, surprise, I have more whiteboards, like my life. But we did it with the girls who were at the retreat because they all said to me, I want to hit diamond by the end of the month. So we made an end of the month goal for our team, but I expect Elizabeth to message me after this. I expect Bridget to message me this, Caitlin, Sarah, Sammy, whoever, and Marie when she's watching this, and Katie when she's watching this, like anyone, and say, I want to be diamond by the end of the month too. And guess what? We'll up the team goal because we're all here as a team. We're all doing this together. So by the retreat girls, we spelled out diamond for everyone. And if everyone at the retreat hits diamond by the end of the month, then we will be an 8-star team by the end of May. Like, is that not amazing? We would go from a 1-star team, because I'm 1-star right now because my dad's account dropped diamond. It happens. 1-star to an 8-star team. And like I said, this is not a me thing. This is like, look what we just freaking did as a team, and then grow from there of we're going to be a top 10 team by the end of the year. And a story I'll share with you guys real quick, and I don't want to take up a ton of your time, but I said to Josh, we went around and set our goals, and I was like, well, Josh, you're going to hate me, but like I had top 10 written down and then I crossed it out. And like Jesse was sitting right beside me and could see that I crossed out. I put elite and I put 15-star, but then I crossed out top 10. And I told him that, and he's like, what the fuck, Emily? Like, we've had this discussion. And he's like, why would you cross it out? I was like, I don't know. It just seems like unattainable. Like, I know what the other girls in the top 10 are hitting. Like, not kidding you, 600 Success Club points. Like, girls, 6 is possible because girls are hitting 600 Success Club points a month, which is just freaking insane. But we went around, and when everyone named their goals, Brittany wants to be 5-star, Jessie wants to be 10-star, Amber wants to be 3-star, and we all came together and we were like, if we can help each other hit our individual goals and share those individual wins with each other, that makes top 10 attainable for our team. And then we have that as a team goal and a team thing to push for. By the way, we still need a hashtag. So if anyone on this call is super creative, we're trying to come up with like a team push hashtag. Anyway, so the 8 girls on here would make our team an 8-star team by the end of May, and we're going to make it happen. Like, I have no doubt. And I now, leaving that retreat, have no doubt that our team will be a top 10 team at the end of the year. Like, we would be the biggest freaking underdogs coming up and being a top 10 team, and it would be amazing. And I want to share that experience with you girls. But if you want your name added to this list, I'm just going to have to buy a bigger whiteboard, and Tyler and my roommate are going to kill me, and I will go put a freaking giant whiteboard on my wall and spell this out for everyone. And we pushed together, guys. Like, I showed them my office. I was like, I have all of your names on here and like where you're at Success Club, so I can reach out to you and help you hit Success Club. Like, I want to help you girls. I want to help teach you and you hit your goals. So I personally think we could be a 10-star team by the end of the month at least. And if not, I definitely think we could be like 10-star or higher by, well, definitely the end of the month. 8-star by the end of the month. I think we could be 10 to 12-star qualifying by Summit. Seriously, like, amazing. So watch this recording. If you're not watching, I mean, obviously you're watching if you're listening to this, but we have to share with the rest of the team who couldn't make it on live tonight to watch this, to hear our team goals. And guys, I'm here to help you, like, put together threads, put together masterminds, put together whatever it is that we need to do. Obviously, you need to do the work. You heard me say you have to show up every day. You have to get over your limiting fears and limiting beliefs and do affirmations and stuff. But the team is on fire. The team has momentum, and we're ready to run with every single person on this team to do big freaking things. So Brittany or Bridget, I can just show you kind of real quick diamond on here. It's going to be a little tiny, but like, okay. My second CBC is down here. Trying to find one where I don't need, let's do Jessie because she has like the exact amount. Jessie has 1, 2, 3, 4 or 5 people on this side, 1, 2, 3, 4 on this side, and then she has an emerald. So her husband has 2 coaches and her mom has 2 coaches. Because like I said, you can build yourself to diamond. And so you need 4 on one side, 4 on the other, and 2 of them have to be diamond. Guys, it took me, emerald. Diamond would be 2-star. And then you'll build those up to 2-star. And it will significantly, my income, I started making over $1,000 a week when I hit 2-star and opened my second CBC, second business center. So if that's a goal you have, to make $1,000 a week, or I can't promise anything at any level, but I will tell you, when you hit 2-star and open your second CBC, which is all under your control, you'll start to make around that amount for your goals. But what I was going to say was, guys, it took me, I counted the other day when they were here, I think it took me 16 months, 12, 13, 14, 16 months to hit diamond, because I didn't have anyone tell me, hey, you can run 2 accounts and just make them emerald yourself and go diamond. Like, I had no freaking idea. So I could have been diamond in like a month, and so can all of you, but I'm here to teach you those things and teach you what's possible and lead the way for you and show you what's possible. So that's about where I was gonna end. Anyone else want to jump on, add anything else from the retreat? Anyone else can get on and share their goals. Like, just unmute yourself, ask questions. I have about 5 more minutes until I need to jump off, so I can do some Q&A. Just share your heart, share your goals, share whatever you want to do as I drink water.
So I forgot to tell you my goals when it was my turn, and they scare me a lot. So I want to say them out loud to all of you. So I said that 1 year from now, I want to be elite. And I was laughing because Emily was sitting next to me, and I like wrote a question mark. I was like, I don't even know what that means, but I'm going to do that. So I'll watch some YouTube videos on it. It's fine. So I want to be elite and 10-star by the end of the year. And I think part of that is just because I'm quitting my job to do this. So I need to prove to myself that like I can kick ass at this. So I'd also like to be making $1,500 a week, because that would greatly surpass my teaching income if I was making $1,500 a week. So my monthly goals are Success Club 40, which is disturbing, but I think I was like Success Club 8 last week between all 3 accounts. So, I mean, that's pretty darn close to Success Club 40 if I can keep that momentum. And I really want to focus on my coach invites, because that's where I'm struggling right now. And like, yes, I know I can get to 2-star by building my mom and Tom. And like, I believe in Taylor, and like, she's going big places, but like, that's only 3. And if I want to get to 10-star, like, I really need to start talking to more people that are potential coaches. So that's going to be my focus for the next little bit, is on my coach invites and really making sure I'm hitting those.
And Jessie was sitting down, and she wrote 10-star as her goal, and she wrote 1,500 a week as her goal, and then she wrote Success Club 20, and she looked at me, she said, is that a good number? I said, up it. So I mean, and I like, she sat there and erased it, and then like wrote another, and then sat there and erased it and wrote another. And guys, I can't give you a magic number to hit, but I've been doing this long enough where have a one-on-one call with me, and I'll help you reverse engineer your goals. And like, if she wants to hit 10-star, I was like, go find 100 builders. You're not going to hit 10-star with 10 builders, because not everyone stays. Like, I want you all to stay. I want you all to have crazy success. I think everyone on this call will. But I've also probably had 200 people so far who say they want to build a business. And look, there's like 8 of you on the call. So you have to, I can help you with those numbers thing. Like, I know what I'm doing to say, okay, no, that's your goal. Let's up your invites, do more coach invites, whatever it is that I can be here to help with all of that. Bridget is in for diamond, so we change it to 9-star.
Hey, Emily, I have a question.
Yes.
Okay, so it's me, girl. Okay, so I'm looking at this tracker sheet for the Art of Recruiting sheet, and I guess this is kind of like a personal question, and I feel like I probably already know the answer to it. But so they kind of he has it so that it's like Sundays are like kind of blocked off. And I know we've been talking a lot about basically like having this healthy, balanced life, whatever. I feel like this month and the stuff that I'm trying to do, like I really like, I'll say like Saturday for the retreat was probably the first full day that I've taken off for Beachbody. And I just felt like I just wanted to like be like soak everything in. And like, if I don't want to take a day off, is that okay? Like, I mean, like, is that like, am I going to be creating some unhealthy habits if I'm...
So yeah, I can definitely answer that. And it's definitely a personal thing. And this, I would not give you the same answer as I may give someone else. I always tell everyone, and I told Courtney this and I told Jesse this, when you're excited about something, allow yourself to be excited. When I first started building this business, this was like my happy outlet. Like I came home, I wanted to work on this. I wanted to grow this business, and I did pretty much work every day for 9 months. Short-term sacrifice, long-term results type of thing. You can, I would just say, make sure you still have an unplugged time within the day. So I'm not going to say working your business every day is going to create a healthy habit if you still take that unplugged time at some point. Like don't work 24/7 or work all day long and don't do anything else. But when I was building my business, I had to do that too. Like I had to work on weekends because that was the main time I could build my business. So it's totally up to you. Allow yourself to be excited. And this is where I say there's seasons of hustle. You're hustling this month. You have big goals this month. So you go through this season of hustle, but then maybe next month, don't work Sundays or whatever day of the week you want it to be. Like you can alternate with his Art of Recruiting. Don't feel like it has to be a Sunday because I know your schedule is different. Then it's not like you're working a Monday through Friday job. So whatever day of the week it is for you, I'm not going to sit here and say there's a right or wrong answer. I will say I did it. I don't think there's anything wrong with it as long as you're still building in some sort of unplugged time where you put your phone in the other room, you shut your computer, and you don't work all day long.
Okay. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Anything else, girls? It's 8 o'clock, so I'm going to jump off unless anyone else has any other questions or anything they want to add to. I am super freaking excited for our team. Corporate is watching us. I'm not kidding. I'm getting messages from my corporate rep like all the time saying like, what are you doing? Your team's on fire. And I'm like, I know, my team's amazing. But seriously, girls, I can't wait to see you at Summit. Let me know your goals if you want to push for Diamond for the end of this month with us. Even pushing for Emerald if you're just starting, whatever it may be. Have a goal, have that sense of urgency, push for it by freaking tomorrow. Courtney's pushing for Diamond by tomorrow. She like loved my Team Beachbody hat, my gray one. So I was like, hit Diamond by Wednesday and it's yours. So just like fun little incentives, guys. Like I want you to build your business for your own goals, but just know you have this team supporting you. Know that you have an amazing group of girls that are pushing behind the scenes as well, and we're all in this together. I cannot wait to start the happy hours. Like I'm probably gonna go to a brewery and have a beer and take my laptop and open up Zoom, but it is just gonna be a really fun way. And anyone that's local, like Caitlin and I can meet up somewhere in Colorado and do it, and Rachel's in Colorado. Anyone that is local, or bring a prospect with you, bring someone that you think would be a great coach and be like, hey, I'm going to go hang out with my coach friends, like as I drink this beer online. They're going to think it's super freaking weird probably, but like, it's just going to be like our little happy hour thing. So let's come up with a bunch of hashtags. Let's hit some freaking crazy, huge team goals and individual goals. And I am just so blessed to be on a team with all of you. And I will see you guys in the team pages. Have a good night.